Good morning, welcome to another video.
Yes, at the Gobo moorings beside the train. Just wait for a second for that.
We are between Cambridge and what's this little village called?
Water Beach. Yeah, we're south of Water Beach, above the
Bates Bight
Lock, which is the lock that I completely forgot about. Because yesterday I was like, I'm going to go as far as Jesus Lock, because Joe is down there. If we couldn't find any more.
Wasn't yesterday either.
Yeah, well, yesterday. Oh, prior day. Anyway. Yes, but luckily we found the mooring here. So now the one issue that I'm worried about is we're heading into Cambridge, but there have been very few boats going this way.
Yeah. Oh, there's loads of moorings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Well, then we're going to go find loads of moorings. And more up in Cambridge, and then actually do a little bit of exploration of Cambridge.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the Museum of Technology is actually open, but I kind of doubt that.
Probably, it might be.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a practical day of post office, shopping and laundry today, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then a more
touristy day
tomorrow.
Followed by turning around and heading back.
Yeah, because it's only 48 hours mooring allowed and no return within 7 days. So we've got 48 hours.
Yeah. Effectively, we've spent £100 to spend 4 days in Cambridge. Good
4 days?
5 days?
Well, no, in Cambridge, 2 days.
2 days in Cambridge.
You know how long 48 hours is, don't you?
Look, I'm tired. I didn't sleep last night. Somebody kept kicking me.
Not me.
Nope, it was George. It was George. George kept having dreams, and every time George would have a dream, George would have a run in his dream. And when George had a run in his dream, I would wake up with somebody trying to shred my backside with his dream paws as he was chasing his dream steak. That happened multiple times, so I'm a little tired. I love George. I do. I love him. A lot. I do. But every once in a while.
He loves sleep.
I love sleep. Just not today. All right.
There's a lovely towpath, so I'm going to walk to the lock and then probably get on the boat there.
Yeah. We had a little adventure yesterday when Joe took George out for a walk. We went for quite a long walk, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she found an iPhone sitting on the path.
So the picture, I didn't know what to do, whether just to leave it there in case someone came looking for it, which they did.
Yeah.
Or whether someone else would pick it up and be like, oh, free iPhone. But I don't know. Anyway, I brought it back and it went into lost phone mode. So we emailed them and called them, because when it goes into lost phone mode, it just has a screensaver that's got their contact details. So then
how did he make that pinging noise?
I don't know. It started pinging, and I looked outside, and there was a guy looking in the grass, and I was like, "Have you lost a phone?"
Yeah. See, I think he must have had another device. But one way or another, we got the phone back to its original owner.
I didn't like, even though I was trying to do the good thing, I didn't like having this stranger's iPhone on my phone because I was like.
But I still say, I say that was the best choice, because when you got it, it was halfway charged.
Yeah.
If it had gotten kicked to the side or in the grass or whatever, it eventually would have died.
And then he couldn't have pinged.
And then he wouldn't have been able to find it. So this way, he got his phone back the quickest possible way, except for if it had turned out that he'd only gone about 15 feet into the bushes to take a pee and had left the thing there, and you'd walk past.
I was up and down, and I hung around there for ages. I was looking for him.
Well, I'm glad you found it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you found it. I'm glad I helped find it from her to him. Even if that was just putting it on charge. I contributed.
Yes, you did well.
Well done, Michael. Well done. Good Samaritan.
Let's go.
All right. On our way. Jesus Lock.
As you can see, George is very excited at the prospect of walking today. It's just 6 miles from Water Beach to Cambridge, and there's only one lock to pass through. We're passing the village of Hornings, and there's a long line of permanent moorings here. The village is on the offside of the navigation, and as there are no visitor mooring spaces, boaters can't easily explore the village. So there's Bates Bite Lock behind me, and the gate is open, so Michael can go straight in, which is good news. This lock is fully electric, and once the V-gates have been closed behind the boat, I raise the guillotine gate a touch to start filling the lock. It's another lock with a timer delay, so you can only raise the gate an inch or two to let water in, and looking at how fast the water's flooding in, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to fill it any faster. Like most river locks, there's a weir next to the lock, which allows the water to flow downstream. And it looks like there's some extra sluice gates here too for times of flooding. Below the lock I spot this little chap keeping an eye out on proceedings. He has a rather hidden little home down there. Once the timer delay light has gone out on the control panel, I can open the gate the rest of the way. You leave the gates open on these river locks, so we all pile onto the stern to continue the trip to Cambridge. Leaving a lock through a freshly raised guillotine gate is not always fun, as it usually means you get river water dripped on you from above. Now we're above the lock, we're in the stretch of river used by the rowers from the boathouses in Cambridge. But as we don't know if Thursday morning is a busy time on the rowing training calendar, we don't know exactly how busy it'll get. For walkers and cyclists, there's a towpath all the way to Cambridge, but you do need to share the path with the bird life. Just ahead, the A14 road crosses over the navigation. Here comes the first rowing boat of the day. Normal rules of navigation state that all boats should keep to the right-hand side of the channel, and downstream boats have the right of way. The rules get reversed here for a short distance, as there's a couple of bends in the river which make it harder for rowing eights to keep to the right. There are clear signs advising of this rule change, and luckily we don't meet any boats at the crossover point. We're passing through Fen Ditton now, and this is the Plough pub, which is apparently very boater friendly. Once we've passed the pub, we spot the sign telling us to move back over to the right. There are two bridges together here, the very new pedestrian bridge and then a not so shiny railway bridge. To the left of us is Stourbridge Common, now a nature reserve, but 800 years ago this was the site of one of Europe's biggest fairs. There's yet another pedestrian bridge across the navigation here. This city seems very pedestrian friendly. That chimney is on the site of the Cambridge Museum of Technology. Opposite this rather forlorn-looking boat is a very smart rowing club. It's quite a contrast, and there's a very serious-looking training talk going on by the looks of things. Under the Queen Elizabeth Way Bridge, and we pass the small and sadly very empty Eights Marina. The name of this bridge, Cutter Ferry Bridge, hints at the site of a long-gone ferry service across to Midsummer Common on the left bank. There's a continuous line of private moorings along the water at Midsummer Common, and on the opposite bank the river is lined with college boathouses. To the left is the Fort St George pub, and there's a number of visitor moorings here. We wonder whether to stop, as there is space for us, and the IMRE guidebook that we've been using does advise that if there's a space here then you should grab it. But in the end we decide to continue to Jesus Green to see what the moorings there are like. Moving a scull is definitely less elegant out of the water than it is in. There are more private moorings here at Jesus Green, and behind this boat up on the bank you can see the Jesus Green Lido. Below the lock, Michael spins the boat around and we back into a visitor mooring space in front of the weir.
There we go. We are moored near Jesus Lock. That over there is the Jesus Lido. Jesus Green Lido?
Yeah, Jesus Green Lido.
Yeah, I don't think it's Jesus' actual Lido.
So you can't
The Lido, to everybody who isn't in England, by the way, is an outdoor swimming pool.
So you can't actually go up Jesus Lock at the moment. You can only go up between October and April, I think.
I think it's November 1st and March 31st or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, you can, that's the backs, and you can only go up there with the direct permission of the Conservancy as well. So you have to arrange ahead of time, get permission, and then go up there during the winter months.
Which is a shame, because it would be really nice to explore up there. Maybe we'll have to get a punt, maybe not.
I don't mind the idea of renting a punt.
You get a punt, someone drives you.
Oh, you don't have to do that, do you?
I think so. I don't know.
It's a boat.
Also, punting is not as easy as you may think it is.
Why not?
But I've done it.
You've done punting.
Yeah.
And it was harder than I thought it is.
It was harder than I thought.
Oh, it was harder than you thought it is. Okay. Wait. Is that where the word punter comes from?
I'm going to get George.
Okay. Not your boat, George. This is your boat, George. On the boat. There you go. Oh, what a good doggy. Oh, what a good doggy. Wasn't being good a second ago, but now you're a good doggy. So isn't a punter the term for the sort of person who falls for a scam, like a confidence?
No, it's a customer.
No, it's we're gonna we're gonna go find the punters.
No, they're just customers.
Does it just mean customers?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. All this time I've thought it meant somebody who is, well, never mind. I apologize to all the punters out there. And the marks, and the, and the yeah, whatever the hell, I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so annoyed.
Con men.
Oh, the marks. Okay, got
The
you.
marks, the punters, yes. So apparently punter just means customer, and mark is a fool. Anyway, I don't know.
No.
I'm sorry to Mark too, as well, and the punters.
You're not a fool, Mark.
Okay.
You're only a fool if you're a Mark.
Yes.
And,
Anyway.
and you get conned. Oh my gosh.
We've pulled up out front of Jesus Lock. We've moored up. There is a weir behind us. The nice babbling sound of water passing up that way above the lock on the backs. There are a lot of people with punts already out there. So we're going to have to go take a look anyway to have some idea what we're talking about. The Lido for outdoor swimming sounds pleasant, but not in the midst of a pandemic, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It was good coming through Cambridge. There's so many rowing clubs. Luckily, not too many rowers actually out on the water.
No, it was really only 3 that were actually out away from shore at the time we pulled up. We got really lucky with the rowing.
And yeah, it's just always nice to arrive in a city by river or canal, because you just don't get a sense of the city. You just get a sense of the river.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, which is really interesting because I don't know, I've had this image of Cambridge
Michael said, like, when
based on brochure photographs of the university, I think.
you said, so where is the city itself? And I'm like, we're in it.
Yeah.
It just doesn't feel like it.
No, it's interesting. It's just that the green over here, Joe pointed them out. I didn't actually see them at first, but it's like, I'm just looking at this field of green, some dogs running, a few people walking along, and she's like, oh, there's cows. And sure enough, there's cattle in the middle of the green. And yeah, it's much more green space than I expected to be around me. I had this image of I don't know, something more
Built up
and encroaching on the river. But it's actually very, very pleasant. So that's good.
But yeah, let's go and get on with stuff. Have an explore.
Yes.
Do some laundry.
Yes. Look for the local Cambridge delicacies.
Yeah, there's lots of like international food, independent places.
That's what I've heard. So, of course, I can't eat most of it, but that's the truth everywhere. So, good fun.
There'll be loads of vegetarian stuff.
That's probably true too.
Right, so
Excellent. So, yeah, Cambridge is interesting. Going to have to see some more of it. We need to have a day of kind of
admin stuff.
Admin and practicals, but hopefully we can get out and do some actual tourism tomorrow. Is that good?
Yeah.
Is that good? Okay, so we're finished. So, Thanks for watching. Give us a thumbs up, comment down below, subscribe if you haven't already, subscribe to minimalList Maximum Velocity if you want our time-lapse videos, and click that bell if you want to hear notifications. Get notifications. See notifications. Have notifications arrive.